Thank Mayor Dressler, council members, Mr. Kramer, and all other friends of the Morris Plains school community for providing us this opportunity to come together as a symbolism of unity and strength on this National Day of Reflection. Let us always recall September 11, 2001 as the day America showed what makes us a great nation, the day that the true character of a great people triumphed over unspeakable evil. For many of us, the memories of September 11th are still vivid. We remember where we were, how we heard, the images, the confusion, the fear, the anger, and ultimately the deep sadness at the loss of life and unthinkable destruction. Let us never forget the bravery of the men and women who risked their lives to save others. The attacks of 9/11 showed us the worst in people. But it was also a time when many wonderful, compassionate, and heroic deeds occurred. Heroes were everywhere on 9/11 and in the days afterwards. I've been blessed to know several 9/11 survivors. With each story of sorrow and pain comes one of hope and courage. Their strength and conviction leaves us in reflection. How can we help one another? How can we make a difference? And how can we persevere? As we move forward, all of us have an opportunity to become better people and to learn valuable lessons about heroism, love, compassion, and patriotism. That as we sit here today, there are men and women putting their own lives on the line to defend our safety, freedom, and liberties. From the battlefields to our wonderful community, from members of the military to our law enforcement and fire rescue personnel. Always be grateful, be thankful, and acknowledge the work that they do to keep you safe. I hope all of you recognize how your compassion can prevent future acts of intolerance and violence. How you must always treat people who are different from you with kindness. How you must support one another, encourage one another, and defend one another. Look around. We are all here to see how loss and pain can hurt, and how that hurt never goes away. 16 years later, never goes away. However, remember how an act of heroism can make a positive change. Understand that a hero is someone who is admired for great or brave acts. As Winston Churchill once said, kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. In our school community, heroes are students who welcome new friends who are lost or need a direction. Heroes are students who defend victims of violence and bullying. Heroes are students that lend a hand when someone falls down. We have common bonds, and sometimes those bonds bend, but we must never let them break, and we must never cause hurt or pain to one another. I hope you have learned what the world learned 16 years ago today. Cherish your loved ones, help others in their time of need, and the courage of people showed that day is certainly worth remembering. I send each of you best wishes.